Thank you, Mr. Chair. Or should I call you Anuj? Fantastic. Let's get the elephant out of the room. Mr. Kumar said that the cable industry should not be afraid of any large company getting into the ecosystem and destroying the business of cable operators. Do you stand by that?
I think our action shows that we actually have in the market now, we have launched the hybrid set-top box, which actually accept the cable, and we are not giving live channel. So cable we love, and we want to cherish all the friends in terms of the cable industry. We already acquired in hardware. This is the clear signal that we love it, and we want to cherish on that. And cable, as the previous my colleague told, that TV industry is growing, and definitely we want to see that part in terms of our JioFiber strategy.
So in terms of, you've done about 70,000 kilometers of fiber laid. How many kilometers have you laid of fiber?
We are now touching 1 million.
1 million?
1 million, close to 1 million now.
Wow, and how many homes passed?
Basically we did, the work which we did as part of Reliance Jio is to do the LTE business first. So when we designed the network, we actually designed with the fiber to the home in mind. So all the work which is there on the cities, right now we are working in 1,600 cities, and close to 50 to 60,000 people are every day working in fiber to the home. And this is the cable, this is like, the utility, it's like your water and electricity. Today we see the property grows when we have the good internet in those societies. So we have close to 1 million kilometers of fiber, which includes all type fiber, but that is what we are working on.
And in terms of where do Dell and Hathaway fit into all these plans? Dell and Hathaway fit into these plans in the JioFiber scheme of things.
So Dell and Hathaway, being the primary cable, we are going to connect their cable into our hybrid set-top box. So if you get a JioFiber in your home, we come and install the JioFiber, and we give you a set-top box. And this set-top box, you can connect the cable, coax cable, into that set-top box for the live TV. So Dell and Hathaway homes will have the JioFiber also, and they will have the cable coming from the Dell and Hathaway.
I understand. So, but you also promised a 4K set-top box, you promised a free TV, a 4K or HD set. How is that rolling out?
All these plans are live. Whatever our chairman has stated in the AGM speech, the famous AGM speech, all these plans are live. We are now having the commercial customers, paid customers. We have already started the commercial part of it. So I think all these plans which we said, they are all live in the market. If your home is currently, if you go to jio.com, you can check whether your home is having the feasibility. And if it has the feasibility, our engineer will come. Today, what we do is a big disruption in the worldwide market, that if you pick up any order, and I run that business myself, so if you pick up any order by 12 p.m., 70% of the order we deliver same day. So if you pick up a JioFiber order by 12 p.m., we deliver the same day. Yes, there has been some extreme cases where the work is not complete, a little bit exception, but that's what 70% of the order we fulfill same day. So we are doing the work in terms of the expansion in all the cities, but that's what.
So you're providing the fiber the same day. If I couldn't hear you clearly, but how do you manage that? What kind of infrastructure have you put in place?
We have, we have close to 50,000 people working in the field. So every home is mapped to a person, and we know exactly the capability of our network. So what we do is that we have something called a 2,000 homes boundary, and we basically replicate this 2,000 homes boundary in the entire 1,600 cities. The work which we have done in Jio, and this is actually a matter of pride for India, because today, for example, in the city we are sitting today, if every single home, today our plan is minimum 100 Mbps. And this 100 Mbps is not a joke. It actually delivers 100 Mbps in the busy hour when you are 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the evening. And we go up to 1 Gbps. So if in Mumbai, let us say every single home get a 1 Gbps, that also we will be able to serve. We don't have to change anything in the network. That is the amount of capacity and the network architecture we have put together. So we do it very quickly because we have invested the money upfront in the network and we have invested in the architecture correctly.
So how many people have, since you started the commercial rollout, home broadband has been very limited in India, 18 million homes. How do you expect that to change?
So if you say in terms of, let's say, month over month total numbers, right now we are doing roughly 100,000 homes connect every month. And if we take all industry, every type of broadband combined, means copper, VDSL, OX cable, means DOCSIS type or fiber, the whole industry does roughly 82,000 per month. So right now the work we are doing is close to 100,000 per month. And the reason is that, again, you have to think upfront, you have to invest capital, and you have to make the home pass working. Our home pass is not just home pass. Home pass means that person can come to you and install in 4 hours. That is what it means by home pass.
Fantastic. So, so you have 2 large cable networks who are your partners. Are you looking at further partnerships?
Always looking. Cable is our friend, and that's what we do. We connect cable to our box.
Okay, and how is the response coming in from the larger independent MSOs?
It's going on. I mean, I can say it's a good traction because people see the value in it, and people see that it's a non-overlapping play. We commit to data world, and we come from data world. Our networks are designed for data world, so that's why we complement perfectly.
So why should somebody sign up with you? What's the reason?
It's that we bring the ecosystem of regardless of the TV content, the OTT content is becoming a very prevalent thing. How do you deliver it? How do you deliver a 4K video on YouTube or 4K channel of your own system, which is a OTT content, for example, or if it's a large home and there are 3 screens and you have 30 Mbps 4K content played in 3 different rooms in your home, how do you deliver it? So you have to see the OTT and the live together. They are complementing each other. So what the value we bring is a fantastic broadband, and we bring with the broadband the OTT content. And we bring the voice services. Voice services also enables like TV calling. So you can have your camera attached to your TV and you can chat. For example, I do the video now with my own sister from Bombay to Delhi. I live in Delhi, my family is in Delhi. It's a fantastic thing. I mean, you don't need to spend a Cisco conferencing thousands of dollars, and you can get it in very cheap on your home broadband. So these are the services we bring. There is enough innovation in the market with the AR, VR, with IoT in the home. And I think the cable is a very, very proven technology. And I think our intent is not to disrupt in that area, but our intent is to add value on the OTT side and bring every home in India should be like a Manhattan home digitally. There is nothing which stops it. If my daughter wants to watch education content on the television and it's a AR VR learning, or my mom wants to get a remote consultation done on your television through healthcare, or if you want to see all your surveillance coming on the television, there should all be possible applications. So I think we just need to expand our horizon. The world is expanding with respect to digital content. It's an immense opportunity when you have a 100 Mbps fantastic connection in your home, what the services you can give and what the experience you can deliver to the people. So I think I just want to say that it's enough play for everyone. There is nothing called a overlap, but if we just complement the technologies correctly, and we have to stitch it correctly. That's the most important thing. How do you stitch it correctly? So once you stitch it correctly, the user is going to see the value and user is going to have the pull for your product.
Fantastic. Questions from the audience? Are there any questions? Can you pass on the paper to them? Okay, this is coming from Asif Syed. Yeah. He's saying, I think you're an independent cable operator, right? Yeah. So his question is that you're saying that you started charging customers, but the ground reality is it's still free. It's still free. When will you actually stop freebies and start charging?
So, so on Dhanteras Day, just before Diwali, we started commercials. So every single customer which I am acquiring today, there is nothing free. Not a single customer after Dhanteras Day we acquired free, number one thing. Total customers we have roughly 800,000 which we are migrating now, which are earlier acquired as part of the trial. So there is a large workforce needed to it and we are doing it slowly. I think in less than 8 weeks time you will see all connections converted which were acquired before in terms of the migration journeys. That's the work we are doing it now, but there is nothing called free.
Yeah, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, MD, had actually stated he's looking at 20,000 crore revenue coming in through this, so you'll probably have to kickstart it faster going forward. Yeah. Otherwise, the payments will not be met.
I mean, we have, today, for example, our plant has covered roughly, 70 lakhs homes. 70 lakhs homes in various cities of India. They are having the home pass of JioFiber. So we are just now scaling up the connections and you will see a very fast traction. I think scaling for us is never a problem and we believe in this. The good part we are doing right now is that we are not looking just a home. I mean, this conference is not for that purpose, but we are looking more for home and offices. So for example, your own offices. Do you need a 100 Mbps connection in your office? In which offices you work with? We can give it. So we are covering both home and offices as the work we are doing.
Okay, so what is it again for the cable operator if he's servicing the commercial establishment? Can he also service commercial establishments, your cable partners?
Yes, yes. Why not?
So what is in it for them on the
So, for example, if there is a hotel and we have a hotel where Oberoi, for example, we have connected through Hathway. So we have the JioFiber over there and we have the Hathway connection. We have given Hathway connection on all the 23 Oberoi properties today. So any commercial installation which requires multiple television, I mean, I just touched a hotel, but it is true for a hospital, it is true for any other commercial installation. So we have it's basically the seamless thing, whether it's a home or office.
So, I mean, apart from Den and Hathway, if I'm running a cable network, how do I get into this game?
So we have, just get in touch with us. We will go through a process. How do we enroll it? There is a clearly defined process, so we will be able to take care of that. The intent is that all the cable companies which are there, we have the home pass and home connect of Den and Hathway, but we are giving in all the markets the connection of JioFiber. So as we get inside the cable network in other markets, we have the process defined to get the partnership.
Yeah, but his cable revenue will not be affected if he partners with yours. His cable TV revenue, will it be affected or will it?
It's basically part of our MSO business, so which is run by Den and Hathway. So we will associate those cables with Den and Hathway. Exactly the same way the business is done by Den and Hathway will be done by these cables also.
Right. Any other questions from the audience? Or have I asked the right ones? There is another question. So this is coming from Manoj Jadhav from High Tech Vision. Old customers are not being charged. That's another question which you addressed earlier. MSO Hathway is promoting their own network and Jio is promoting their own network. So where do I have a say in this? That's what he's asking. Which is what I asked you just before this.
Yeah, so MSO network, for example, they have certain homes which is MSO broadband homes. We are not going there. So it's basically we are not going to duplicate the infrastructure for no reason. It's enough work. I mean, just think about it. We have 60 million homes in 1600 cities. Today, 50 million homes are not even connected. Forget any kind of broadband you talk about. So it's not a question of creating an overlapping asset. It's a question of creating a mutually exclusive asset first. So I think our intent, what we are doing right now, is that all the work which we have, especially Dan and Hathway, I'll again talk about. I mean, we might have certain places overlap, but that is where we, at the field level, we cooperate.
In what way do you cooperate?
In terms of the homes which is connected already by Dan and Hathway.
Just offer them the broadband pipe.
Yeah,
we not force him to take the dens.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so there is cooperation happening. It's not that you're forcing him to give up his ZN and
No.
part of them. No, Hathway. Yeah. Okay, on that positive note, I thank you very much for the time you spent on stage with me. A big round of applause to Mr. Jain. Thank you.